What a segment we have for you, because it's all about Jose Mourinho quotes. You know we love those. So here's what he had to say on whether he understands the criticism he's currently receiving. He says, I understand the frustration. I understand the sadness of being knocked out in the Champions League, but I don't understand anything more than that. The reality is, for people with brains, with sense, with common sense, with knowledge of what sports is, we are in a moment of transition. To do what we did last season and win trophies, and to do what we are trying to do this season, which is still trying to win a trophy and try to be second, because in this moment, that is the only top position that is possible for us to get. And I think we're in a good position. All right, Raf, there's something for you to chew on. What do you make of these comments?
Well, I'm all for context and putting things into perspective. And yes, this year there is only second place to play for because City are untouchable. I get all that. The problem is that when Mourinho came 2 years ago, he said, I don't want anyone talking about what happened over the last 3 years. Forget about all of that. This is a new start. And 2 years later, he's saying, actually, not quite a new start. We still need more time, blah, 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 blah. So it's not 100% convincing. I still think there's a real problem here. They're trying to buy all these superstars, but they have a coach who doesn't really like superstars, who prefers soldiers. And he tells his players they play without personality and they have no presence and they have no charisma. It just doesn't really work together. There is a kind of a inherent friction between what he wants to do and what the club want to do. And the club don't want to hear their manager saying, actually, we're not a great club at the moment. So he might get away with it because second is the best they can do. Maybe they can win the FA Cup. But I can understand why the fans feel this is not really going the way we thought it was when Mourinho signed up.
Stevie, I know you want to get into this because you were chuckling there. Do you see where Jose is coming from?
No, well, listen, I'm going to try and put myself in the shoes of a Manchester United fan.
Oh.
And if I'm a Manchester United fan...
that might be burning you right now.
And I'm playing the type of football that they're doing across the road, and we don't win a trophy. Do you know what? I can understand that sometimes in football, sometimes you just don't get what you deserve. But that's not the case. You know, he's complaining of the transition. Since he came, he's brought in 8 players. He's brought in 2 centre-forwards, 3 attacking midfielders, a defensive midfielder, and 2 centre-backs.
For 300 odd.
And he is his team is producing the most boring football you've ever seen at Man United in decades. So if I'm a Manchester United fan, I can put up with not getting trophies if we're playing exciting, attacking, entertaining football.
I finally agree with you, because I know we had a bit of a row about this the other day, saying that I don't mind this brand of football as long as it's bringing results and say second. But Maraz, what is Jose not getting? Manchester United, you've been, with all the money spent, you got knocked out by Sevilla. And he's saying, well, that's just the way that sports works. Sometimes you get in, sometimes you get out by these teams. But this is Sevilla, with all due respect. How is he not seeing that?
Well, what's unfortunate for Jose is a guy just across the road who's spent a similar amount of money on 12 players. He's developed those players, and he's playing the brand of football, Pep Guardiola, that people admire. If you're a Liverpool fan, a Tottenham fan, whoever you are in world football, you admire what Pep Guardiola's done now with that squad. He's taught players, Fabian Delph, for argument's sake, to be a left back. I mean, come on. So Jose he's got the wrong gear on here for me, because when he's coming up with statements like this, he sounds absolutely ludicrous. He really does. Because if you look at the players that he's brought in, as Stevie alluded to, massive money. It's up to him to coach those players. If he says to Edward Woodward, OK, I want Pogba, I want Eric Bailly, I want Matic, and this is what I'm going to play. This is the system that I'm going to put these players in, and these are the backup players when they get injured, then you can see some progress. But there's no progress. Unfortunately, this football club comes with a legacy of playing brilliant, attacking, bright football. Look at Real Madrid, look at Barcelona, look at the brand that they come with. And that's what Mourinho's up against. Unfortunately, Guardiola's killing it, and he's not.